Hi, good evening, everybody.
Evening, sir.
Mm, all right, all right, all right. Nice to
Evening, sir.
see you. All right, I trust that everybody's okay and everybody went to church and
Evening, sir.
everybody went to church and eat dinner and we all right and we're good to go. We're gonna run through another past paper for today. All right, blessings steady, one point. All right, I trust that everybody's in good health and strength and we're rested to some extent. So we can go for another 2 hours or so running through this 2010 past paper that I have in front of me. Our preparation is almost to the end. The exam is on Thursday, as you probably would have been aware. So we have 2 more sessions that I promised you. Well, I have 2 more sessions, right? I have 2 more sessions that I promised you. That is the session tomorrow evening and the one the Wednesday before the class, before the exam on Thursday. Today's one wasn't mandatory for everybody. You could have attended if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's just complimentary. Preparation cannot be too much, and it helps with reiteration and you can regurgitate. All right, so far you guys would have had a good idea of exactly where you're at in terms of um your preparation. So you would have probably known that, oh, I'm after 2 classes I'm getting 45 out of 60, I'm getting 48, or I'm getting 50 or 52 or whatever the case may be. So every class the aim is to try to improve and get at least 1 or 2 or 3 higher than the last time. All right, so you know your scores. You should have been keeping tabs on your scores. So if you know your scores, then today's class is obviously, sorry guys, today's class is obviously to get higher than that. All right, just a minute, guys. All right, so without further ado, let's dive right on in. It is 3 minutes past the scheduled start time. So let's get. Um, guys, tell me, I'm testing an audio, a microphone that I bought. Tell me if you're still hearing me after quality, okay? All right, are you guys hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Is
Yes,
it
sir.
better? Okay. All right, so I bought this new microphone, so I'm hoping that the audio sounds a bit low. Is it low, guys? Let me know so I can take it out. Because Dewey is saying that it's low, but everybody else is giving me a thumbs up, so I'm not sure what's
No,
going on.
it's not low. It's
No,
all
it's
right.
not
Nice.
low.
If I can jump out of the chat and jump back in here. All right, perfect. Trying to give. All right, ladies and gentlemen, folks, let's get into it. So we have this 2010 past paper that we're looking at. All right, and as soon as this session is finished, I'll make it accessible for everyone to rewatch at any time convenient to them. So it's going to be maybe like an hour after. I'm going to upload it on YouTube tonight. Let me see, 5, we'll probably finish about 7:30 or 8, depending on how fast we go. And then I'll make it available by 9. And then, of course, you guys can watch it. Yeah, I remember that we have our original scheduled session at 6 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to be doing another paper. Okay, let's go. All right, so this question seems to come back quite often, assuming that everybody knows that the answer is B. Do we need any reiteration on White's B? Do we need any review on White's B? Everybody understand White's B is the answer? Please use up the chat as best as you can, guys, because I can see everything. All right. So everybody understand that the answer is B and why? So
What's
Yes,
B,
sir.
sir? Sorry?
I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm saying, what, the first question you're saying is B?
Yeah.
Oh, I almost thought you were talking about question 25 from the last paper.
No, no. We're on what's question 25? Oh, what are we talking about?
When we couldn't figure out about the 39 men and the 6 hours and all of that.
No, my brain is not there. I'm focusing on this paper, Mr. Rowe.
Yeah, I understand. I just misunderstood.
Oh, okay. All right.
All
So for this
right. So
one, yes, go
the
ahead.
number one, move the decimal place to three places where the six is. So the six is over five. So I add one to the zero, make it 3.141.
Very good. That's correct. Right. And I think that the last two papers that we did, 2004 and also 2026, this question was question number one. So this is not unfamiliar to anybody. All right. So trust that everybody's okay with that one. It should be okay. I remember if you didn't change the numbers on you, you didn't change the numbers and give you like a different number, the concept and the principle still remains the same. All right, this next one though. Tricky question, right? Catches quite a few persons, especially new students to mathematics.
Sir, it's not to disturb you, but you seem less clear than usual.
Oh, maybe it's the new microphone. That's why I asked earlier, is it clear? And a bunch of persons said that yes, they are.
All right.
It's not. I'm not clear. I can take it off, guys. If I'm not clear, I can take it
When
off.
you speak for a more prolonged period, then you don't sound as clear. You sound a bit muffled up.
All right, come so now.
Sound
All right.
clear
Say
now.
something more.
All right, cool. Listen. So let me just take it off. All
Okay.
right, so 93 squared plus 92 squared. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, remember that when you square a number, regardless if it's negative or positive, the
Sound
answer
kind
will
of
be.
low too.
Pardon me?
You kind of sound kind of low.
Still, I just took it off.
Mhm.
Hold on. All right, tell me so.
Little better. Just a little.
Okay.
Sir, may I
Yes,
hear loud?
sir. Yeah, may agree. You sound like you're far away from the microphone. I don't know. You sound, yeah, kind of shallow like. I don't know what's happening.
Hold on, give me a sec. All right, guys. Hold me so now.
This sounds clear.
Talk again, no, sir. Talk.
I'm saying, hold me so now. Good.
Just a little better.
Let's work with that then.
Yeah, work with it. It sound less muffled to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So back to the paper. So minus 3 squared. Let me say that. Yes. Numbers. Hold on. Let me shut this recording. Leave it to send the request because the host is recording the cloud recording. All right.
Are you speaking, sir? Because I'm not hearing anything at all.
Or, actually did I speak or my microphone was unmuted. All right, but
Yeah, there you go.
all right. So I was saying that so I was saying that when you square -3, you'll get 9. And when you square -2, you're gonna get 4. Remember, when you square anything, it's gonna be positive. So that's going to be 13. All right. So be mindful of it and change the questions on you. Okay. All right. So in scientific notation, 170.04 is written as, remember, with standard form or scientific notation, which is the same terminology. With scientific notation, the objective, ladies and gentlemen, is to move the decimal point behind the first number or the first digit that's not a 0. So by moving my point, I'm going to jump 1, 2. I'm going to go behind the 1. So the new number after moving the point is going to become 1.7004. All right. So already we know that this cannot be our answer. I will know that this cannot be our answer. So we eliminate that right away. By moving the point already, we eliminate A and C as our potential answers. Standard form is times 10. And we're going to raise this to a particular power. Now, if we spoke about this on the number line, 0 to the left of 0 is negative, to the right of 0 is positive. But with standard form, it's the opposite. So even though on the number line, moving to the left is negative, in standard form, it is positive. And we jump 2 places, so it's positive 2. So your answer is going to be B. Seeing Ethan and Simar and Selena, seeing that the answer is B. So good job, girls. All right, just that everybody's okay with that one. All right, so 0.386 multiplied by 0.06. Remember, people, you do not have a calculator. You do not have a calculator, so you have to have unique ways of going around the answer. I've seen a bunch of answers coming in saying that it's A. Remember, I'm more interested in how you get the A, not the swatting persons. All right, so 0.386 times 0. So it's easy to multiply numbers when it's whole as opposed to when it's decimal. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to multiply this number here by 1,000. 1, 2, 3. So I can get this number to be 386. And I'm going to multiply this number by 100 so that it can become 6. I remember that in total, I move 5 places to my right. 3 places for the first number to my right, 2 places for the second number to my right. So that's 5 places to my right in total. Let's go ahead and multiply this. 6 times 6 is 36. 6, 5, 3. 6 8s is 48. 48 plus 3 is 51. 6 3s is 18. 18 and 5 is 23. And because I move 5 places to my right to do the multiplication, I'm going to move 5 places backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my new answer is going to become 0.02316. And like the girl says, the answer is A. All right? Right. So that's pretty much how you would do it without a calculator. All right? All right, good. Trusting that everybody understands that one. Remember, if you have any questions, please stop me and ask for a do-over. And don't just sit down and regurgitate and swat the questions. Right? We're expecting a bombshell on Thursday, but don't be surprised if you get something very easy. All right? Because you see how them deal with in the last paper. So you have to be very, very mindful of going to the exam with a certain mindset and then something
Sorry, I
else.
can bring up back the screen a little bit. Let me see. 4. Yeah. Okay, sir.
Be very mindful of adjusting in the exam when you're putting the present itself. All right, so what number when added to 1 and 1/3 gives 2? All right, tricky question for a lot of students, right? Because of the English language behind this question. So what number, which means that we don't know what that number is. So we're asking the question, what number, let that number be x. So what number when added to 1 and 1/3? So what number, this is the number that we're looking for. What is that number that when you add it to 1 and 1/3, the answer that comes out is 2? Now, for a lot of persons will know that the answer is 2/3, right? Like right off the bat. Some people will see it. But what about the persons who can't see it like that? So you have to help those persons as well. So x plus mixed fraction, we have to convert that to an improper fraction. So we're going to say 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4/3. So we end up with x plus 4/3, and that's equal to 2. All right, basic transposition, bring this one over to that side. And I have x is equal to 2 minus 4/3. So x is equal to, find the LCM, which is 3. And this working on people is for the persons. Remember, we have to help everybody. So some person will know it out of them head and in bright. I'm gonna teach bright people. Okay, let's put that out there. X equals 1 into 3, 3. Times it by 3. 3 into 3, 1. Times it by 1. 2 3s is 6. 1 4s is 4. So therefore the answer is 6 minus 4 is 2/3. Okay, and that is how you get to your answer. All right, and this I see Shauna is making some suggestions. She said B, when you add 2/3, you'll get 3/3, which represents a whole when you add it to it. So yeah, man, that can work. Like I said, there's multiple ways to do it. There's multiple ways to do it. So you have to choose which one works best for you, and you should be okay. So good job, Shauna. All right, number 6. The exact value of 37.26 divided by 1.8 divided by 1,000. I'm just reminding the students that you do not have a calculator in the exam. Melissa, are you here? Oh yes, I think she's here. I'm just getting a TikTok message.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. So sorry about that. All right, so just reminding the students that we do not have a calculator. So please bear that in mind. You have to have cute little cheeky ways of going around the problem. So we're going to divide these two numbers up here. When you're dividing numbers without a calculator, you have to use what is called a long division method. And in order for us to divide, we have to make our divisor a whole number. Right? We have to make our divisor a whole number. And the same thing that you use to convert the divisor to a whole number is the same thing you have to do to make the dividend a whole number. So here, my divisor is, that's what I'm dividing by, 1.8. So to make the 1.8, we're going to have to take the 1.8 and multiply it by 100 to make it 18. So remember that we multiply, sorry, not 100, we multiply it by 10 to make it into 18. Remember, 1.8 times 10 will give us 18. So our divisor is now a whole number, right? So now, what we're going to do then is, in fact, you know what? Let me give you something easier. Now go pressure yourself here. Hold on. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and say, sorry guys, zoom up, right? So we're going to say 37.26, right? And we're going to divide this by 1.8, and then we're going to divide it again by 100. No, sorry, by 1,000. Now look at this. When you're dividing, what we do is that we reciprocate. So we're going to have 37.26. KC, keep the first, change the sign. flip the last, so this becomes 1 over 1.8. And the same thing here, when we're dividing, we're going to reciprocate again. So that's going to be 1 over 1,000. Okay. All right. And then now what we're going to do is pretty much this is going to be 37.26 divided by 1,000 times 1.8. Now, because we're going to multiply this by 1,000, right? We can go ahead and say this is 37.26 divided by 1,800. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Because when we multiply a number by 1,000, we move it 3 places to the right. So that's 1,800. So all we have to know is just use long division and just say 37.26 divided by 1,800. All right, so we know say 1,800 cannot go into 37, so that goes 0 times, right? Put a point. 1,800 cannot go into 372, so that's another 0. So right away, by just those two first calculations, we've eliminated this, this, and this as our answer. Sorry. We've eliminated this, this, and this as our answer. So even without going further, because some multiple choice, we don't really care about how you get the answer. You want a process of elimination. So right away, just by the first two calculations here, you can evaluate that your answer is B. Because whatever else comes after this, we don't really care. No answers there don't have 0.0 except for B. So using a process of elimination, you get the answer. And that's it. And if you have other ways, like I said, students, you're very innovative. You probably have cheeky and smoother ways of getting to the answer. You just do your thing. All right. This is just one of the many ways you can look at the problem. Okay. So trust that everybody's all right with that one. All right. So the HCF of 12, 15, and 60. All right. Now, when students see the word HCF, this is just based on my experience. When students see the word HCF, they know HCF means highest common factor. So when you're not really a focus, or you don't really understand the concept, what usually happens is that when we go circle 60. And so when I say HCF, we're not looking for the highest number that is in that set. We're looking for the highest number that is exactly divisible into all three numbers in that set. So usually what I do is that I check the lowest number in the set, and I ask myself, can 12 go into all two of them, the other two? Can 12 go into 15 exactly? No. So therefore, I know that 12 cannot be my answer. And then obviously, if 12 cannot work, 5 cannot work. Sorry, not 5. 60 cannot work. No number higher than 12 can work. So the answers must be between A and B. Now, check now. Can 5 go into 12? No. So right away, that eliminated. So now we end up with 3 into 12, 3 into 15, and 3 into 60. Your HCF is 3. All right, so that's it. Now, what you're being exposed to here, ladies and gentlemen, folks, is a technique known as the process of elimination, something that I've always wanted to do from first 2 class. But what you're seeing here is me using what is called a process of elimination technique. This helps me to move a bit faster. Once I know what cannot be my answer, I cut down everything down to 2 options. It's easy to get the answer when it's 2 options as opposed to 4. So I eliminate what I know it cannot be and bring down my answers to what it possibly could be. Okay? All right, number 8. The number 301 can be written as. Now, the easiest way to look at 301 is just basically looking at it as in 301 is really 300 plus 1. That's the simplest way to look at it, right? You can look at it as 299 plus 2, 298 plus 3. You can look at it in several ways, but when you're looking at the number from a base point of view, like a base 10 point of view, you want to use numbers like 300, 200, 100, 500. Stuff like that. Stuff with like 2 zeros, you want to look at it like that. So if I give you a number like 335, the nicest way to look at 335 is not to look at it as 330 and 5, right? You want to break it down into numbers like a bunch of zeros. So 301 is going to be 300 is really 3 times 100 plus 1. And since 3 is just a multiplier and 1 is just a constant, 100 is a base 10 number, which is 10 squared. This basically is 3 times 10 squared. So you don't say 100 at 10 squared because 10 times 10 is 100. It's common knowledge, you know, but not everybody have that common knowledge. So 100 is 10 squared plus 1. All right, and then we just look to see if we see anything looking like that one. And it looks like the answer is D. Carrie and Latisha, Shauna, Etana, Selena, Simara. Those girls are all saying that the answer is D. So good job. All right, so trust that everybody is following the flow. All right, now if 3n is an odd number, which of the following is even? All right, and this is you see what throws off a lot of students is the English language behind the math. It's the English language behind the math that throws off quite a number of students. Give me a minute. Buckingham, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm hearing you.
I'm going to message you. Cannot call in the phone, okay? I already tell you about this.
Wait, sir.
Teaching you cannot be calling the phone.
Oh,
Just a message will be fine.
sorry.
All right, cool, thank you. All right,
Sir,
so
your voice is low. I'm not hearing you properly.
everybody is having that problem still. Is my voice still low?
No, sir.
Don't put that and come back in, please.
Sir, what did you say?
The voice is not clear as usual.
Yeah, I'm not hearing.
All right. How is it sounding now?
It's a little bit better.
Okay. All right.
So what were you saying now, sir?
Fine, this one. Never mind. Let's continue.
Okay.
I say 3n is an odd number. Which of the following is even? Now let's think about an odd number. Ignore the 3n. Just ignore the 3n for a second, because that's just where the trick is. Just ignore the 3n. Think about an odd number. Anybody in the chat, just give me an odd number.
9.
Or 63. All right, let me go with 9. So 9, right? What would I have to do to 9 to get an even number that comes after 9?
After 9, you would have to add.
Add 1?
Yes, you have to add 1. No, question. Let 9 be 3 and then. That means in order for me to get 10, I would have to add 1 to 3n. Is there any add 1 in our options here? There is no add 1 in our options here, right? So that what this is saying is that this is just one way of getting an even number. But isn't there an even number before 9 as well? Which is 8. Right?
8.
So if I want 9, to get an even number after 9, I would have to add 1. But I could also get an even number before 9 by subtracting 1. That would be 8. Not true. Is there anything where I can say, okay, let this here be 3n and then subtract 1? Is there a 3n minus 1 here? Good. So those options are out. All right, and that's when you think about questions like these. If them say let something, some weird expression be something odd or even or prime or composite, ignore what they're asking you for and think about it from a logical, mathematical point of view or arithmetic point of view, and then figure out how can you get an even number? Do I add one? Do I subtract one? And that's how you work out questions like this. Okay, so the answer then would have been 3 minus 1. All right, good. 25 times 130 is the same as, remember we just spoke about breaking down numbers. You know that all your answers have what? 25 in it. So that means you're going to leave the 25 alone. But 130 is really 100 plus 30. Not true. Right? Talk to me now, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
100 plus 30 in a bracket. It is still saying 25. The bracket means times, correct? We already know that bracket means times. So this is really 25 multiplied by 100 times 30, 100 plus 30. And if I use a distributive law and say 25 times 100, I'll get 2500, which is basically 25 times 100, right? I don't want to work it out. If you look at my options, I don't need to work it out. So 25 times 100, distribute again, 25 times 30. So that's going to be plus 25 times 30. And then therefore my answer is going to be C. Okay, the answer is C. So when they give you stuff like this here, right? This is what, so this is one of the techniques that I learned very, very early. When I was very, very young, I learned how to multiply numbers of, various, like some weird, like when I ask about what is 23 times 142 or 145, they look at you and they'll take 5 seconds and tell you what the answer is. You think I've write them right. No, it's a technique where we just kind of use the distributive law in our heads and figure it out. So I trust that you guys understand that one. All right, so that's the first 10 questions. How we looking in the chat? How we looking out of the 10? On your own, if this was the actual
I
exam
would
of
only get one wrong if it was me.
None wrong.
All right, so I'm seeing 9 out of 10. This is good. This is better than the last 2 times. I'm seeing 9, 9. I'm seeing a bunch of 9s. I'm not seeing any 8, so that's good. 9 out of 10. Good, good, good. So you're confident. Judah, how you get 11 out of 10? How is that even possible? Anyways, okay, that was a mistake. Okay. All right, so 10 out of 10, that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. All right, moving on. So let's keep it up, people. Let's keep it up. Let's try to see if we can keep it close to us. In this section now, we need no less than 18 out of 20. So you're allowed to get at least another 1 question wrong. All right, so in the Venn diagram above, the shaded region represents, well, the only thing that's not shaded is P.
A.
Right, so that means everything that's shaded is everything outside of P. And in our last class, we would have mentioned, but this is not a part of the paper 2 syllabus. So I don't teach this to any students. Years ago, I stopped teaching this here. But the word complement, which is that little dash right above the P there, right there, so that little dash means everything outside of that set. So therefore, in this case, because everything that's shaded is outside of the circle P, it's P complement. It's a very common question. So a lot of students will kind of have this in their heads that they know the answer. But I want to ensure that you guys know what we mean by P complement. All right, so in a class of 32 students, 17 study mathematics. Sorry, in a class of 32 students, 17 study music, 20 study art. What is the least number of students who study both music and art? All right, and you can see that we capitalize the word both, which means that you're looking for the thing.
Excuse me, sir. What is the answer for 11?
A.
Oh, yeah.
So what we're basically looking for is the thing that's in the middle right here. All right. Now we know that 32 students study. All right, and if you add 20 and 17, right, you're gonna get 37. So some person we kind of use them common sense and figure out say a 5, right? And the answer is 5. But how? People want to know that. Remember that them say 17 study music. They didn't say 17 study music in total. They didn't say that, you know. They never said 17 students study. Sorry, they never say 17 students study music only. And say 17 students study music. So when you learn this in class, one of the common mistakes is that students write down 17 here. So let's call this music. Sorry. Writing's a bit lazy today. So let's call that music, and let's just call this art. And if you're doing a paper 2 and you write down 17 here, you're very much incorrect. All right? If you write down 17 here, write down 20 here, you're going to be very incorrect. Because what this means, when you write it down like that, you're saying 17 study music only and 20 study art only. That's incorrect. So the correct way to do this, then, all right? So you understand why we get 5. So the correct way to do this is draw your set, circle here, circle there, put X in the middle because you don't know how much person study both. So X is the amount that studies both, which I don't know. All right, I can see that Selena is saying 20 plus 17 and subtract it from 32. Yeah, that's this shortcut way of getting it, but on paper, this is how it's done. So this is going to be music, and this is going to be art. And since them says 17 persons study music, it's going to be 17, take away the middle. And since them says 20 study art, it's going to be 20, take away the middle. Because in order for you to know how much persons study music only, you have to take away the persons who study music and art. And also to know the amount of persons that study art only, you have to take away the persons who study music. So that's why the subtraction is necessary. So mathematically speaking, then what we're looking at is adding up everybody, 17 minus x plus 20, sorry, plus 20 minus x, and set that equal to 32. All right, so we know that negative x plus x will cancel itself. When you have a negative and a positive, and they're the same, so after this, do back 11. All right, so negative x plus x is cancel. So we end up with 17 plus 20, that's 37. So 37 minus x is equal to 32. All right, and the easiest way to get this now is to bring the x over here and bring the 32 over there. So 37 minus 32 will give us x. Therefore, 5 is equal to x. All right, so that's the mathematical layout of how to get x. All right, but what Selena did was perfectly correct on a multiple choice paper. That is right. On a long paper, you might not get much marks for doing that. So just putting that out there.
What did she do? Because I'm wondering how she got it so fast.
Or she just add 20 and 37, 17 and take it from 32. It's kind of like a thing that we do when we kind of go through the process so many times. We kind of understand that that's what's really being done. But on paper, laying it out arithmetically, this is how it's supposed to be done on paper. All right. So yeah, so she add the 20 and the 17, she get 37, and she take it from 32, and she get 5.
Got it, sir.
Tomorrow, we seem to be having an issue with this question. They message me about it. Like I said, yeah, it's just, all right, listen. When we talk about complement, we're looking at everything that's outside of the letter, of that particular letter. So if you look at the diagram here, you see that P is not shaded. Everything outside of P is shaded. So them say in the Venn diagram above, what does the shaded region represent? The shaded region represents everything outside of the circle P. That means what represents outside of P is the complement. P complement. All right?
Sir, sir,
Yes.
sir, I've done these questions a lot of times and I've got D from my answer, so I don't understand where I got A.
And ask AI ChatGPT and it will tell you.
Sir, I'm not hearing you.
Screenshot it and ask ChatGPT and it will tell you the answer is P complement.
I've done that already, and I've asked my teachers, and they gave me D for the answer.
Are you sure? You look at the diagram carefully.
Yes, sir.
Well, the answer is A. So consult the teachers again and verify.
Sir, your mic won't fix. Sir, when I'm not hearing you very low, and if break up at the same time too.
Everybody else is having that problem as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me a minute. Hold on. All right, how much sound now? Go on again, or better, or worse?
A little bit better.
A bit better, sir.
It could be better. All right, just keep me. Just let me know. If I'm losing audio again. No, one with my device. All right, just keep me posted in the chat. Let me know if I go down back again. All right. I think the problem started when I plug in this microphone. So if it happens again, I'll just restart my entire device and jump on. Okay, so keep me posted. Shanti is saying, sir, 11 is D for real. All right. All right, so here we're going. Did you guys use AI? I am almost 100% certain, but I stand corrected. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use AI for myself. And give it myself. Give me a second, guys. All right. So go verify. I've done this question over 15 years and I'm 100% certain that AI, that the answer is P, but you know, two persons that say it's D, so they will confirm it. I don't think I need to do this now, but just as proof.
Sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I think you're just reading the question wrong.
Yeah, I stand corrected. So I'm going to use the AI for myself and see what's happening.
And it's the same for the other question that I messaged you about.
Shaded represents the shaded area represents. All right, no problem.
We're not seeing no screen, you know.
We're not seeing the screen. Okay. You should be seeing it in 5 seconds. All right, so I'm using my AI app called Got Math. And let me see what it says. I don't know why I'm doing this in the class. I know the answer is A, but all right. All right, so it says explanation. It says identify the shaded region in the Venn diagram. The shaded region is everything within the universal set U that is not a part of set P. Represent the region outside of set P within the universal set, blah, 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 blah. So therefore, they're saying that the answer is P. So I'm going to really know what kind of AI I want to use. And I can show you a screenshot, obviously, but we can't put it up right now. It says complete the representation with the given options. Option A is P complement, which matches the shaded region. So the triangle consult, I'm not sure what's going on with whatever you guys are thinking, but sort it out. Because this question is A. So if you
No,
circle the
the problem is, sir, whatever AI they're using is not able to discern the complement. So it is actually giving them Q union P. which would be correct if there was no complement. But the answer is A. So the AI you are using is more sensitive to the marks, to the different markings that are there.
Yeah, but even if I'm doing this question for 15 years, I see this question over and over. Like I don't even work it out. So if you guys want to circle D on the exam, you'll be happy to get it wrong.
No, think about it now, sir. Remember, you're using human eyes, The AI is just whatever technology it's using. So you are seeing what is right, but whatever they are using, you cannot see the complement. So it is just giving them Q union P, that which would be D.
Duran JC na Copilot says it's A. P till I got
Sorry,
T.
take off the microphone.
This does not count.
Is the answer for sure.
I'm gonna restart my device and I'll be right back. Okay, my entire device. I'll be right back.
Okay, sir.
All right, guys. How is my audio?
Much better.
Yeah, much better last time. You know, is it great, good, better?
Better.
All right now. All right, good, perfect, wonderful. Okay, all right. So me get some grades. All right, perfect. So I think the reason being is because I inserted the new microphone in, and then it never returned back to normal. So I think everybody's all right. I know. Wonderful, wonderful, great. All right, back. So like I said, you guys, for that question, it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to make you get a grade 1, 2, or 3. You can just figure it out. Use the AI, and you can probably ask AI why is it so. Okay. But please pay attention, because if you regurgitate or you swap the questions, you'll think you're looking at the same question. I think Samara sent me a question in my WhatsApp. The diagrams look the same, but look at the diagram you sent me and look at the diagram that is on this exam paper, and you'll see that there's a difference. All right, so back to normal and ready. All right, if P equals ABC, then the number of subsets in P is, all right, so on the 2026 paper that we did, what was it, last class? We know that the formula is actually 2n. You guys are seeing my screen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. All right, so we looked at the formula. We said that the number of subsets in any set is 2 to the power of n. And in this case, it is what? 2 to the power of, is 3 members in the set. It is 2 to the power of 3. And the answer is 8. 2 times 2 times 2. So the answer is 8.
Someone is in the waiting room, please.
Okay. All right, so yeah, man, look out for the question where they ask you this in a very funny way, because sometimes they will put there's just like in the 2026 paper that we worked out, it says that if P has M members, what's the number of subset in P? And the answer worked out to be 2 to the power of M. So keep your eyes open for a little bit of twist in the question coming up, okay? Number 14. All right, so similar one. If P
Rewrite that, please.
Pardon me?
Could you rewrite that, please?
Rewrite what? Yeah, go ahead. Rewrite what?
13.
Rewrite it. Oh, it's just 2
Reword.
times 2 times 2.
How did you do that? How you know say 2?
Because there are 3 members inside of the
The formula for the number of subsets in any set is 2 to the power of n.
Repeat that now, sir, because someone was talking at the same time. Sorry.
I'm saying that the formula for working out the number of subsets in any set, there's a formula for it. It's 2 to the power of n. That's just a formula. So the 2 is a base that doesn't change. But n is the amount of members in that set. And there's 3 members in that set. So it's 2 to the power of 3. And when you work that out, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, so P equals factors of 6 and Q equals factors of 4. Then we want to know what is the shaded region represents. All right, so then the shaded region represents. So first we have to write down all the factors of 6, which are all the numbers that can go into 6. So we know that 1. So let's write 6 here. All the factors of 6 would have been 1, 2, 3, 6. And then we have factors of 4, which would have been 1, 2, and 4. So look at both sets that you've written down. What are the 2 numbers that are repeating?
1 and 2.
Good. So therefore the answer is B. All right.
Easy, man.
Yeah, man. Most of them questions, if them repeating, most of you guys are going to do well, you know. I can't break persons out of not swatting, you know. So most persons are going to be able to remember them, you know. So no problem there. All right. So if TT $6 is equivalent to US $1, then the TT 15 in US is, all right, so we know that 6 represents 1 US, not true? And we have 15 of this. So 6 TT is equivalent to 1 US, and we have 15 TT. So we know that 6 represent 1. All we have to do, if you want a shortcut for it, is just 15 divided by 6.
Sir,
But yes,
the way I did it is because you know that 6 plus 6 is 12, and so 6 can go into 12 2 times. So yeah,
yeah,
you
well, I
can
same thing
see.
we do here. So 6
Yeah.
into 15 goes 2 times. Remainder 3 over 6. And 3 over 6 is 1 into 7, 1 into 6, 2. Sorry, 3 into 7, 1 times 3 into 6, 2. So it's just 2.5, which is basically $2.50. So, like I said, there's multiple ways to look at it. There's different angles. It's not one set way to get the answer. However you choose in this exam, however you work it out to get the answer does not matter. Okay, so perfect. Number 16, 3.25%. And this now is, apart from the students who swap this question, this is problematic for a lot of students. So 3.25% over 100. So what students do is they, so what most students will know that a quarter is 0.25. So some persons will say 3.25. Not most, sorry. Some persons will say 3.25 over 100 and times it by 500, and then say 100 into itself 1 time, 100 into 500 5 times, and then they do the little maths and then figure out what is 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times a quarter, and then do them thing. And basically when you see, you can see that the answer works out to be 16.25, right? So people will do that. We want an effective, seamless way to get to our answer without trying too hard, right? So look at this. In the introduction of mathematics fundamentals, you would have been told that whenever you see a mixed fraction, regardless of whatever problem you're working out, 3.25 is a mixed fraction. So it's going to be 4 times 3 is going to be 12, and 12 plus 1 is 13 over 4. Now here's where the catch is. Students put 13 over 4 and times it by 500, and they forget one very important thing. They forget to divide it by 100, because remember that the 13 over 4
1 minute, sir. How you get the 13?
mixed fraction conversion. 4 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13 over 4. Mixed fraction conversion. How you convert a mixed fraction to an improper?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So 4 times 3 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13 over 4. And then we divide it by 100, right? And times by 500. And then this kind of just throws students off, right? The fundamentals is very, very key, right? So then because this now number here is a denominator, and the 100 is a denominator, because you're both denominators, we can combine them to make them into one denominator. So we end up with 13 over 400. Question is coming. So where you get 400? I'm going to answer it before you ask me. Because they are both denominators, and we're combining them. The word combined means to multiply. So you combine them to become 1. So you multiply the 4 times 100, you get 400. And times it by 500. And you just do your maths. You just do your maths, right? Let's say 100 into this goes 4 times, 100 this goes 5 times. 13 times 5 is going to give you 65 over 4. And then you see the moment you figure out how much times 4 can go into 65, you're going to see your answer. Because we know that 4 goes into 64 16 times. And there's something left over. So there has to be D. So it's kind of like a common sense now way when you think about it. Right? Again, everybody have their own way of figuring out the answer. You have the regurgitators, you have the swatters, and you have the students who, will go through a process of getting to the answer.
Sir, can't you use this one?
Pardon me?
Can't you use decimal instead of doing all of that?
Yeah, you can, but where's the calculator? You can, like I told you up here, you could go ahead and say 3.25 over 100 times by 500. That's fine. But if you're buck shuffling on the calculator, then, like I said, depends on your skill level. Okay? So, yeah, man, you could do that. All right, so if P sweets cost Q cents, then the cost of one sweet is, so P sweets, sorry, let's time this here. All right, so these questions are, you just read the wording in it, just how the questions sound and word it. Throws off people a lot. All right, so if P sweets, so P sweets cost Q cents. How much are one? How much are one sweet? This is like saying, look at this. How them word it sounds so funny. It's just like me saying, if two shirts cost $100, how much you want shirt, guys? If two shirts is $100, how much you want a shirt?
$50.
How you get that? How you get that? What did you do in your head mathematically? What did you do?
There's
100
50 plus 50, 100.
divided by the two.
Hold
So the
on.
price over what you bought.
So the price, which is over here, by what you want, by how much you bought, right? By quantity.
Yeah.
So 100 divided by 2, not true?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So basically you divide the right by the left, correct?
Correct.
Mhm.
Good. So what letter is on the right over here?
P.
What letter is on the right?
Q.
Q O.
And what letter is on the left?
P.
Q over P. You know? That's it.
So easy.
Yeah, it's just the wording, like I said. It's just the way how they must say it now.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, it's
Sir,
just yeah, go ahead.
It's the fact that I told you that it was A and then I switched my answer to C. I don't know why.
Because you're swatting.
I'm not starting.
But that's the only way you would switch your answer. Is that you see the question already? Or I don't know, something did it. But once you switch your answer, that means you're not sure. All right, so that's the idea, people. It's just like it's just the way how you're wording it. Or you haven't seen the question before. Okay, well, I already know what one. Stick to your intuition. Yes, Melissa, go ahead.
no, sir, I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, to me see your microphone open. That's why.
Oh,
sir.
All right.
So why couldn't it have been PQ cents, since that would have been P times Q cents?
Yeah, but I just asked you a while ago, you know, if two shirts is $100, how much you want shirt?
No, I see your logic, you know, and it makes sense. But in my head, I'm looking at it. And I'm saying if P sweets cost Q cents, if at any time they were to affix a number to that P, like 2P or 3P, 3P times Q cents wouldn't have given you the price just the same.
Let's think about it from this logic then. Let's use what you're saying. So let's say, all right, so we're saying that shirts represent P and Q represent the money, correct?
Yes.
Good. So you're saying that the cost of one shirt would have been $200? That's the logic that you just said, you know, you said, why it couldn't be PQ cents? Because PQ would have been the 2 times the 100. So you would be saying that one shirt is $200.
I see what you're saying. Right. Because the Q will always be a fixed variable.
Right. The Q is the price, you know, and the P is the quantity. So if you multiply P times Q, you're saying the amount of shirt times the value given the cost of one, which kind of contradicts what the math is saying.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, it's the English language. It's not the math. It's the English, or it's the comprehension, right? It's just the way how the question is worded. But I appreciate that thought. All right, 17. I got a few comments on like YouTube and person, like they like when the paper is being worked out like this, where we discuss it. Because we have so many persons running. I guess when them tell me, when they comment on TikTok and they message me on YouTube and whatever, they said that whenever they're watching the past papers on the some other channel, it's like them see the answer and them get it, but them not understand why. So that's why I make my class a discussion class where if I tell you an answer, the floor is open for you to argue, to say why isn't it that answer instead. So that's why I do my classes like this. All right, so a salesman is paid 5% of his sales. Sorry, a salesman is paid 5% of his sales as commission. And we would have done this topic in my class. Commission is something, or is an additional amount of income received after you've made a certain amount of money for a company. Now, his sales for last month was $2,020. How much commission was he paid?
C.
All right, just a minute, guys. Sorry, can you send the mobilized class to Jabari? He's in the hospital. The Miss Morgan, the link is actually in the group. So if Jabari has his phone right now, he can check in the group and it is there. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's go. So well, me see answers are coming and I say C.
C.
All right, Ranji is asking the formula for commission. All right, so here it is. The formula for commission, you see, guys, is the same thing as the formula for income tax. It's the same. It's one formula, and it's just different wording. So it's the same formula for commission. It's the same formula for discount, sales tax, are the same thing. It's always going to be X%. Oops, sorry. It's always going to be X% over 100 multiplied by the, in this case, because of sales you talk about, you're going to multiply it by total sales. It's not 10 different formula for 10 different topics. It's one formula. So total sales. All right. So the commission that you would have received is 5 over 100. And the amount of sales is made, Iran J, is $2,020. All right. So now watch now. 0 cancel 0. Right. And 5 into itself goes 1 time and 5 into 10 goes 2. So technically what we're doing, Iran J, is that we're dividing 202 by 2, which basically is finding half of 202, which is 101. And that's it. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, good question by Iran J. What's the formula for commission? The formula for discount, the formula for percentage, they're all the same. It is always going to be X% over 100 multiplied by, if a discount, it's going to obviously be times the cost of the item. If it's profit, it's going to be times the amount of money made. If it's tax, it is times the charge of the item. So it's just percent over 100 times whatever that quantity that you're referring to are you talking about. All right, good. Number 19. How much does a customer pay?
Sorry.
Yes, question.
No, go continue reading.
How much does a customer pay for an article marked at $50 if sales tax is 6%? If sales tax of 6% is charged. Once again, in Ranji, same thing. It is 6% over 100 multiplied by 50. Now, because we're looking for the what? Them say, how much does a customer pay? How much do they pay? So that means after you find the tax, we want to know how much they're going to pay. So you have to add it back to it this time. So 0 cancel 0. And then we can say 5 into itself 1 time, 5 into 10, 2. And then 2 into itself 1 time and 26, 3. So the tax charge is $3. Be careful now, people. The regurgitators and the swatters, the persons who go on 10,000 different YouTube channels and watch these teachers that teaches these things and say the answer is this and that. The persons, you have to be careful. I think Avian was the one that caught me on a question about 2 weeks ago. And I didn't read what he was asking for. And because now my brain may have the answer, I circled it wrong. So please read what they're asking you. You'll see this now, and then they'll ask you, what is the tax charged?
And then because in your head, you know, so the answer 53, you run go circle 53 and get it wrong. Do not swat. They know you're swatting and they're coming for you. Just make you know from now. So the answer is 53. Give me a second, guys. Let me help a student. The class is recorded, so I will not telling. All right. 20. I'm going to check off at 20 people. A table is sold on hire purchase. The sales price consists of a deposit of 306 and 6-month installment of 6. I think we've seen this question before, right? Have we seen this question before?
It looks similar where we got the C, but I'm not sure.
Let's work it out then. Once you're not sure, let's work it out. So the deposit is 306. So remember that HP is equal to DIP or deposit plus the installment times the time. So the HP price is actually equal to the deposit, which is 306, plus the installment, which we're told is $60 each. And it is, yes.
With hire purchase, it's measured in annually or monthly?
Monthly, you make the payment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's 306 plus 360. And that's going to be 666. Now, careful. The 666 is there. But let us pay attention to what they ask us. How much does the customer pay for the table? Good. So 660. But they will ask you what was the amount of interest charged. And in that case, the answer is going to be 60. In that case, they would have had to tell you the original cost of the table. In this case, the original cost of the table was not told. So that's why we can't even look at it from that point of view. All right. All right. So, or they will ask you how much is saved. Yeah, they will ask you how much is saved as well. All right. Checking off at 20. How the team stay? 18, 19, 20 to 20. If it was you alone, yeah.
So because I miss 10 questions, I'm at 9.
So it would have been 9 out of 10 then.
Yeah.
Right. So Melissa is getting 17. All right. And remember, you have to be honest with yourself. You know, how much would you have gotten if it was just you alone and you had to make a decision on the options without even working it out? Would you be at, I'm seeing 18, I'm seeing 20, 17. All right. I like the honesty. Right. We don't want to get no more than 5 wrong over the next 30 questions, sir. Don't know, sir. Keep getting kicked out. Jano Star. Sorry, Dewey. Sorry about that. You might have to go watch the recording, my boss. All right, so checking off at 20. 8 started at 11. Started at 11. So 8 out of 10. All right, that's not bad. All right, just keep counting, guys. All right, we're going to check off at 30 now. So most of us seems to be, honestly, it's not too bad. Okay. And so most of us seems to be at 17. So that's not bad. That means you have the potential to get 57 out of 60 right. All right. A loan of $8,000 was repaired. Oh my God. A loan of $8,000 was repaid in 2 years in monthly installments of $400. The interest on the loan as a percentage was, all right. So the loan was repaid, but in 2 years. And loan is not paid every year. Loan is paid monthly, the amount. So let us figure out how much money was paid by paying $400 every month. How much money was paid in total? So we know that 2 years converted monthly is going to be 24 months. Yeah, man, we know the answer 20%, Selena. Right? But again, as me say, what I should say, we get everybody to understand how to get the answer. So that means that person would have paid 400 times 24. Most of you guys can do long multiplication, so you should get 9,600. All right? Good. So now, pay attention. I think Latisha was the one that asked me how we get this number the last time. So remember now, 8,000 was borrowed. But after 2 years, and you do the calculation, you realize that you end up paying a total of 9,600. So they would have charged you $1,600 interest. So where you get the 1,600? Just in case you're going to ask me. 8,000 from 9,600. So that's $1,600 interest. Them say them want the interest as a percentage on the loan. So it's 1,600 not divided by 9,600, divided by 8,000 times 100. So it is the interest on the loan as a percentage. Therefore, when you do the maths, 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0, 8 into 160 goes 20. So that's 20%. All right, so you can sort it if you want. It's up to you, or you can work it out on your own to confirm your answer. 22. All right, we'll do this again. Alia, you here? Ali? Oh, Alia is not here today. All right. So, 2026 paper that we wrote last time, they asked us the opposite of this. Right? I think it's the opposite that they asked us. If a man pays 60 cents for every 200 meter cube of gas, plus a fixed charge of $13.75. Selena, you remember say the last question we did on this was they asked us for the $13.75 instead. So they might ask us now. They might ask us.
Yes, sir. Then turn it backward.
Well, 2026, them turn it backwards. This is how the question is known to be asked. And this is the question that half of Jamaica is expecting. So when I'm asking the other way now, be very mindful. So careful. All right, let's go. So first, we know that 55,000.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
What does it mean by fixed charge? Like tax?
No, fixed charge is the like when you go, if let's say that you're doing a job for somebody, right? Just to go and see them, that are the charge. So whether you do work on whether you do any work or not, them have to pay you that. That's like what you call it.
Service fee.
It's like a fee you have to pay, regardless if you do work or not. So fixed charge means that no matter if I do work for you or not, you're gonna have to pay me that amount of money. Understand, Gabby?
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, good. So 55,000 divided by 200. When we do the maths, we got how much? 275. Is that what we got? Yeah, I think that's what we got. 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. 25, 50 go 275. So we have 275 groups of 200 cubic meters of gas. So we're going to times this by 0.60. Okay? All right, so remember now, when you multiply by decimal, we're on a calculator. And bear in mind that you have persons that may not be very good at this. So the easiest way now is to multiply this by 10. So we end up with 275 times 6. I think Selena would multiply by 60. But I find it easier to multiply by 6 than to multiply by 60. That's not too much work. So if I multiply this by 6, that's 30. Carry 3. 6 7 is 42, and 3 is 45. Carry 4. 6 2 is 12, and 4 is 16. And because I multiplied by 10 to get the 6, I'm going to divide back by 10. So I get 165. Now, Gabby, that's the price for the 55,000 cubic meters of gas used. But the fixed charge now is added to this. So regardless if you never use no gas or not, you're going to have to pay that. 1375. And then the answer works out to be, give me a sec. I think somebody might be in the waiting room. So the answer works out nicely to be 178.75. All right, so good. I'm glad you guys see the two ways that the question can be asked. So don't be surprised when them ask you the question to find out how much cents per 200. Don't be surprised if them ask you it in such a way that they ask you for the cents instead of the fixed charge or the amount used. All right, 23. Even the questions are repeated, ladies and gentlemen. If you notice, I work out every question. It's not that I want to, but I want to make sure that everybody understands what is being done. All right, so 8a squared. Catch a lot of persons. Persons will realize that.
Sir, you get one question like this for the.
Yeah.
The two.
Yeah, so some persons will get caught and square the 8 and say 64. A. And then gone. So them here shoot off, gone. Yeah, man, sweet them. Wrong. Whenever you square something, you multiply the entire thing by itself. So this is going to be 8a times 8a. All right, so 8 times 8 is 64, and 8 times a is a squared. So please look out for questions like those. All right. Now watch. Hold on. You know, I make sure I clear this in, because what if I gave you this? What if I said to you 9? What if I said to you 5? Oops, sorry. What if I said to you 5a squared b4 cube, and I ask you to cube that? No, you're not multiple choice now. What would be the answer? Can you use a microphone if you want to. What would be your answer then if you got this instead?
Repeat.
What would be your answer if you got this instead? Instead of that.
So that's a 5, right?
Pardon me?
That's a 5?
Yeah, that's a 5. Yeah, that's a 5.
So 5 to the power of 3. And since you're multiplying, you're going to add to the A.
What is multiplying?
Repeat.
What is 5 to the power of 3?
125 times 3.
125. All right. And then you were saying something about letters. Yeah. What are you saying about letters?
So because when you multiply, you add. So it will be 2 plus 3, which will be 5. And B is 4. So 4 plus 3 is 7. But if it was supposed to be divide, no, you would subtract.
Incorrect.
It wouldn't? Why not?
Because this is not.
125 a square 4 b4, and you care about the cube. No, not the cube. You care about the b4.
No, but then remember we just tell you a while ago, so whenever you square anything, you square everything in the bracket.
Okay.
So there's 3 after multiply the
so
2.
We cube the 125. The 2.
You cube the 5, you get 125.
125.
And you cube the a squared, you get a to the power of 6.
Oh, okay.
And you cube the b to the 4, you get b to the power of 12.
Selena said A will be 6 and B 12.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying to you guys. You have to be very mindful. You see the person with love SWAT, that's what I'm telling you, it will catch them. Because in their minds, they have the answer in their head. But when they give you another question that looks is the same thing, they get it wrong. So you have to understand what you're doing. Okay? You have to be very, very mindful. Be very mindful so you understand what is being done. Up here, the A has a power of 1. Because you not see it, but you think so. It's a to the power of 1, so it's really 1 times 2. That's why the A is now squared right here. So be very, very mindful. You hear me telling you? Okay, moving on. Whenever you cube, square, or raise anything to the power of 4 or whatever power, the power will multiply the powers and the power will be raised to the value that is there, or the coefficient, I should say. All right, moving on. 24. The middle term in the expansion of this thing here is what? The middle term. So this is the FOIL method. Everybody knows the foiling method. Everybody knows the foiling method. All right.
Yes, sir.
There would be first, rotor in a last.
Right. Good. So we just need, so basically them people to cut it short, watch this. Them say they want the middle term, So we can ignore first with first. We can't ignore that. So all we need now is just first with. So we can ignore first with first. We can ignore that one. So we can go first with here, so, and then this one. That's all we need, We don't need the n terms. So x times minus 1 is minus x. And 3 times x is 3x. So the answer is just 2x. All right, again, me doing that, not going to help the audience outside of this class. My students them know what me I do. Now, what about the people them who not see this here, or they must see it for the first time? Those are the persons that I'm teaching in this class. So x times x times minus 1. 3 times x, 3 times 1. So let's work it out now step by step so everybody understand what we are doing. X times x squared. X times minus 1, minus x, or minus 1x. Three times x, 3x. And 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. So there's nothing to add to the x squared because it's unlike minus 1x plus 3x. They're both the same thing. Notice they both have an x here. So minus 1 plus 3 is positive 2. And then minus 3. So the middle term is 2x. That's the answer. Okay? So be very mindful if them ask you what is the first term or the last term or them change up something funny. Be very mindful.
Sir,
Okay? Yes.
let me ask you a question. What is it now patak so What is it now patak so far?
All right. This thing up here so is just, if you were to take any random binomial expansion and work it out, what I'm trying to say, you see, is look here, booking now. A, right, that's not true, would be what? 3, not true?
3.
And B right here so would be what? Minus 1, not true?
Yeah.
And I'm saying one the middle term, not true? And what is the middle term on that
Yes, sir.
expression? A plus B?
A plus B. 3
So what
plus
is
3.
so what
Yes,
is
sir.
so what is 3 plus minus 1?
2.
Along with the
Negative.
x.
Yes, yes.
Along with the
Yes,
x.
sir.
And that's why that they might give it
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah. This was meant to make it easier, but apparently, people say that and them say it look harder. So I know. Ali, you're here. You come back. Ali? Oh, she's probably indisposed right now. That's fine. 25. All right. I think that this is a Megatron for everybody. Everybody will fly through this one. I think so. 5 times x, 5 times y, 3 times x. Sorry, negative 3 times x, negative 3 times negative y. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times y is 5y. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And this is where students might get it wrong. This is the only way you can get it wrong. Right here, so.
Sir, sign clash, right?
Pardon me?
Sign clash?
Oh, yeah, sign clash.
Sir, I said if it's a sign clash.
Yeah. No, it's not a sign clash. It's just negative multiplied by negative is positive.
Okay.
And 3 times y is 3y. All right, so grouping like terms, these two terms are alike right here. 5x minus 3x is 2x. And then these two terms over here are alike. 5y plus 3y is 8y. All right, so what we say about multiple choice is it's a tricky exam because the one sign here is what make you get the question wrong. Because what if we had a student in here that missed the fact that negative by negative is positive? Believing there's an answer there for you. Because what if this was minus? If this was minus right here, now you make the mistake. 5y minus 3y is 2y. Now. So the answer sitting here waiting for you to get it wrong. So it's just that one thing. That's why I don't like multiple choice, because when you get it wrong, it's wrong. They don't know if you make a mistake or not. They don't know if you're when the paper 2, I'll give you marks. I can't give you the mark, you're wrong. So that's why I'm not a big fan of multiple choice. Okay, and I get no concept, there's no emotions attached to this paper. If you don't circle the answer, it's wrong. Even if you know we are doing it wrong. All right, 26. All right, we have not seen this question in any of my workshops so far, so we're bucking up on some new questions. 4x over 7y plus 3x over 5y. All right. Don't let the letters throw you off. It's just simply going to be the same principle. It's a fraction, regardless of what kind of fraction it is. As long as you add and subtract, it has to be finding the LCM. All right. I said the LCM here is just as over down. What would be the LCM of 7 and 5?
35.
30.
Now, just in case, remember I tell us that the easiest way to find the LCM is to multiply the numbers at the bottom. Now you don't want to multiply by y squared, because the only way you square, the only reason the only time you'd multiply the letters is if you're two different letters or two different terms. You're the same variable, y and y. So you wouldn't need to multiply the y's. Just want to put that out there. All right, just want to put that out there. And if you do that, that would be silly, because look at all the answers. Y. Why would you even think about putting on y squared and there's no y squared at the bottom? So that would be ignoring, the cues. All right, so for the first term here, this y cancels this y. So basically you're just asking what is 7 to 35? 5 times. And then of course on this side now, this y cancels that y, because of two different division here I don't know. So they're just saying 5 into 35 goes 7 times. How to do the maths? Basic stuff. All right, 4x times 5 is 20x.
8
times 7 is
is the
21.
answer.
The answer is just 41x over.
So A is the answer.
Yes. A is the answer? Yes. Answer A. All right. And best believe, you have some persons in here that will make that mistake when they say 20x. The nervousness you catch people. Don't think that it's beyond you. Right? Because I said Wolper good math students make mistake in the moment and say 20x plus 21x is 41x squared. It happens. It's not beyond you. I tell you, pressure makes you do some of the silliest things. And after the pressure gone, you'll be like, what? Oh, in God's earth, I made that mistake there. So it's not beyond you guys. 25, 27. That's 26, 27. All right, so we've seen this before. And again, just to reiterate, this symbol does not mean to multiply. This symbol does not mean to multiply. It means whatever them say it equal to. So them say it equal to that something here. And what that something means is that you're going to take B, divide it by A, then subtract 1. But the question is, what is B, what is A? So if you look at the comparison, A asterisk B, 7 asterisk 28. By comparison, A is 7 and B is 28, because you compare how them look. The asterisk is between A and B. A is at the front, B is at the back. The asterisk is between 7 and 28. 7 is at the front, 28 is at the back. So comparing, that's just simply going to be that. Not true? So easy. Yes, question. Shashin, go ahead. Or Jai, which one I want to talk? Somebody's microphone is open. So is it Jaim? Jaim, what you say? Oh, you now have a question. Okay. All right. So that's going to be just 28 over 7 minus 1. All right. And again, as me tell you, people do some silly stuff and it's after them do it. Them like, I cannot believe me. Let me see it. People will say 28 minus 1 is 27. Right? Remember, it's PEMDAS. You have to divide before you subtract. So 28 divided by 7 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. The answer is C. You won't feel silly, guys, until after the exam done and you find out that your circle. You'll be very, very shocked at your own self. Right? All right. 28. 2x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 9. So we know this, right? Can just work it out. 2x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 9. Bring over the 3. 2x equals 9. Take away 3. Sorry, where me get equal from? Rubbish. Keep my sign, Mr. Peart. All right, so that's 2x is greater than or equal to 6. X is greater than or equal to 6 over 2. X is greater than or equal to 3. So the answer is D. Be very careful. Watch what you do when you circle your answers. Okay? All right, lovely. I said if x equals minus 2, and y equals 3, and t is 2. All right, nice. So simple replacement. X negative 2, y is 3, so that's over 3. Put in the bracket here, and t is 2, so we're going to square it. All right, remember when you're squaring a fraction, you square the top and you square the bottom. Okay? Or if you want to say negative 2 over 3 squared is negative 2 multiplied by negative 2 over 3. So if you want to do it like that, it's up to you. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. 3 times 3 is 9. B. All right? Yeah, man. Gucci. How did you get H? There's no option for H there, carry on. It's A, B, C, or D, or you get H. $30. All right, so when 6 is added to a number, the number they may know. When 6 is added to a number, and the sum is divided by 3, the result is 4. So this statement written in mathematical symbol is, so 6 is added to some random number that I don't know, and after I add it and we divide it by 3, the answer is 4. Which one of them look like that? Oh my God, there are so much A's. By the time I look up, everybody say A. My Lord. Come on, Judah, like that one there. That one there. Nice, Judah. I like that one there, man. A. All right. Out of 30, chat how we look.
Sir, out of 2018.
So basically, out of 30 is 28. 28, 29. Selena get one wrong. 28. Good. We're getting better. We have a class tomorrow. So we should only be getting 1 question or 2 questions wrong tomorrow. And on Wednesday night, everybody's supposed to be pumped and ready. Should be sagging up for that day. All right, lovely. Checking off at 40 again, guys. Let's wrap this up. Moving faster today, as you can see. The values of x and y which satisfies the equation x plus 2y equals 27, 2x minus y is 19, respectively. No, this is a question. No, we're swatting now will help you. Your simultaneous equation has to be up to par. All right, so x plus 2y equals 27, and 2x minus y is equal to this. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this, but I just use the traditional way. I don't want to throw off anybody. All right, so x plus 2y equals 27, and 2x minus y equals 19. All right, so now remember the objective of simultaneous equation is to try to get the middle terms the same. So what I can do here is that I can multiply this by 2, and that's it. Multiply this by 1. When I multiply this by 2, this number is going to become 2 right here. When I multiply everything by 2, this number is going to become 2 right here, which is exactly what I want. I want the two numbers in the middle to be the same. All right, so when I multiply anything by 1, I'm going to get the same thing. So that's just x plus 2y equals 27. And I multiply everything down here by 2, I'm going to get 4x minus 2y equals 38. And that's equation 3 and equation 4. All right, and then now they're the same, so the signs are the same, so we just add. Remember the rules is SSS, same sign subtract, different signs add. So the signs are different here. That's a plus, this is a minus, so we add. So that's 5x equals, when you add these two, them disappear. And 27 plus 38, that's 57, and that's 65.
Divide that by 5.
So x equals 65 divided by 5, x equals 13. And I know that this can't be the answer, that can't be the answer. So if x is 13, in this example here, this one is saying x is 7 and y is 13, so that eliminates that answer as well. So the answer has to be D.
D.
Yeah, remember them always tell you x value first, then y. So remember, so if you want to do one part of it, you start with the answer, people know what that's. Because remember, they're not paying attention to your working out. They're not paying attention to your working out. In fact, I think you know what is good. You know what is good too. I think I don't know if this is factual, but the reason why I do this when I'm working on the questions, guys, they're looking in your booklet. They're looking in your booklet. There's a lot of booklets that go, and think about it. All right, agree or disagree if you want. It's up to you. If you work out the questions, right? If you work out the questions and you show how you get your answer, you're showing the marker that you know what you do, as opposed to a student who sends up an empty booklet with just certain the answers. Think about it for a second. If I'm marking a booklet and multiple choice now, and I see a student, I work out every question. This student is getting a grade 1 from me, and we can't tell you that. As opposed to a student who got the answer right, but the book is empty. It's like the man almost know the answer already. That doesn't tell me anything about the student. It does tell me that the student, probably see the question before, or it doesn't tell me anything about them. So this is why I work out every question. Or I try to. All right, so the volume of a cube of edge 10 centimeters. So we all know what a cube looks like. That's a cube. And the edge
I think so.
Pardon me?
I think so.
You think so? Well, it's on the screen. So with a cube, all the sides are the same. So one edge is 10, all edges are 10. Volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. And it's a cube, so it has a square base. So the area of a square is length times length. And because the height and the length is the same thing, we just say length again. So volume is actually equal to length cube. So therefore, that would be volume is equal to 10 cube, which is actually equal to 1,000. Most of you guys are going to know the answer is D. It's not a big deal, but emphasizing why the answer is so. All right, moving right along. 33, 2,500 milliliters expressed in meters. Use our common mnemonic, knock him down, man, don't commit murder, or kangaroo hop down my garage, causing mayhem. Kangaroo hop down my garage. Sorry, my kangaroo hop down my driveway, causing mayhem. So I am at milliliters right here, and I'm trying to get up to here. And if I'm converting from a small to a large, I divide. But if I'm converting from a large back to a small, I multiply. So here, technically what I'm doing is that I'm dividing 2,500 by the amount of base power that takes me up to here. So if I go from here to here, I'm dividing by 10. Here to here, divided by 100. Here to here, divided by 1,000. Right? So if I'm dividing by 1,000, I thought 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. And then if I'm dividing by 10, I'm just going to move the point one place backwards. So that's going to be 2.5. Answer B. 2.5 meters. Meters? Millimeters, right? That's it. I learned that as kick him down and don't commit murder. Yeah, I don't know if I'm here learning from. That's what I use. That's what I learned. But you know, you go on YouTube and you hear some person come up with some weird stuff. Kangaroo hop down my garage, my driveway, causing mayhem. So either one. All right, moving right along. 34. A boy leaves home at 915 hours. That would be, all right, that's good. That's good, Carry on. So a boy leaves home at 915 hours. That is obviously going to be in the morning, and arrives at school at 1005 hours. 1005 hours. That's 10 o'clock in the morning. He traveled. If he travels non-stop at an average speed of 6 kilometers per hour, don't watch the -1. It's really supposed to be km. It's supposed to be 6 km/h, which is divided by h. But when you bring the h up, it becomes -1. So don't let me throw you off. All right, it's just the same thing. All right. So what is the distance? We know that distance is equal to, is it speed times time or speed divided by time? Which one?
Speed divided by time.
Are you guessing or are you no?
I know, speed over time.
Incorrect. It's speed times time. You're guessing.
Tell me in the last class.
Check again. Verify for that, me tell you.
Maybe it's a different question.
No, it's the same. Speed, different question, it's the same formula. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. But what is distance?
Time.
Gabriel, your microphone is unmuted, Gabriel. Thank you. All right, so can I verify that, please? Distance is equal to speed times time. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. So please verify that. So in this case now, the distance is what we're looking for. The speed is 6, and the time is going to be the time. What's that? 9:15 to 05. That's 50 minutes. 101 20 minutes. Also, double check that again, Selena. 9:15 in the morning until 10:05. How is that 1 hour? I don't understand that. Oh,
Sir, 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yeah.
Check that again. Check that again, guys. Time we are talking about, you know, from 9:15 in the morning until 10:05 is 40 minutes. Not sure about that?
50 minutes.
50, sir.
Okay. Because I'm seeing 40 in the chat, you know, so I wonder what go on. All right, I remember that it's per hour, you know. So you can just say 60 times 50. And if you did that, even if you did that, you're gonna get it because the answer is not there. So it is 6 multiplied by the time is 50 minutes over 60. What is the distance in kilometers? So this looks so. Oh, you're right. You're right? Oh, no, you're right, man. You're right. So 6 into itself one time and 6 into 60 goes 10. And 10 into itself one time and 10 into 50 goes 5. So the distance is 5 kilometers. Okay? B. Lovely. 35. Everybody good with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Trusting that Bobby is good.
Just one thing. What is that -1 beside the H and the
We were,
kilometer?
yeah, we just explained a while ago that it's kilometers. And remember, I just told you that don't pay it any mind. It's really kilometers per hour now. But mathematically, when you bring the H up top, it has to change the power from positive to negative. So just ignore it, pretty much. For the purpose of this class, just ignore it.
Yes, sir.
So the distance around the edge of a circular pond is 88. We've seen this before. Again, swatters and regurgitators, stay away. We're going to work it out. The distance around the edge of the pond is 88. That means if it's a pond and circular, that means looking at circumference. 2 pi r. Okay? Notice all your answers are pi in it. So, Buckingham, please do not change your pi to 3.142 or 22/7.
Yes, sir.
So the circumference is 88. We were told, right? So we're not looking for the circumference. We were already told that it's 88. And it's 2 pi remains our answer, and the radius is r, right? So therefore, in order for us to find r, we simply have to divide by 2 pi. So we divide by 2 pi. This 2 cancel this 2, this pi cancel that pi. So the radius is equal to whatever this would have been. But look at our options. It's there already. So D. All right? 35. Where you get 35 from? Selena, where you get 35 from? Way to work it out?
Sure, man, I said 35 at D.
Oh, question is, okay. I'm moving nicely. A man leaves home at 2215 hours and reaches his destination in the same time zone at 400 hours. All right.
So
How many hours did he
left 11:15 p.m., right? Just checking.
11:15 p.m.? No, that's 10:15 p.m.
11 or 10? Yeah, 10:15 p.m.
Right. So we're looking for the amount of hours he traveled. How many hours did he take to travel? So this time now be careful because there's nothing to be careful about. There's no speed here and there's no distance. So just check it. B. I'm getting 2 answers. I'm getting D, I'm getting B. Shantae says that the answer is D. Let's see. She could be right. All right, so
I
at
got
10
3 hours and 50 minutes, 45 minutes.
All right, so 10:15 to 11 o'clock or 45 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and let's count. 11 o'clock. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 hours and 45 minutes. But the 45 minutes have to be converted to hours. So it's 5. 45 is 3 1/4.
Quarter.
Sorry, not 3 1/4. 3/4. All right, Shantae? Verify that. Shantae?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So 5 3/4 hours. Okay, everybody good with that? Good with that. Lovely. All right. 37. AOB is a sector of a circle such that the angle AOB is 60 degrees and OB is R units long. What's the area? This one catch me last time too, you know. So area, and it's a sector. So area is equal to theta over 360 times the area, so it is pi r squared. All right, so look at this now, guys. Them two here can't be answer. Why? Why can't those two be answer?
No square.
Exactly. So the answer has to be between C and D. So narrow it down to two options. All right, and then now the angle is what? Look at the question, it's 60 over 360. And obviously, I'm not interested in pi r squared because all my answers are pi r squared in it. So basically, it's just 0 cancel 0, and 6 into itself 1 times 6 into 36, 6. It's just 1 over 6 pi r squared. That's it. Okay. Everybody good with that?
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
What you said 16 to what happened? What how did we get that 6?
6 into 36.
Oh, is it 36? Oh, right. Okay.
But the 0 cancel the 0.
Yes. For a second there, I was thinking it was 6 versus 6.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, because I think a 1/3, not 2. Oh, yeah, so I'll go on. 6 into 36, man. Cross out this here. I got you. I swear I say. All right. 38, checking off at 40 to see where the crew is at. We have 43 persons here. Which of the figures below not drawn to scale has an area equal to slow down. Which of the figures below not drawn to scale has an area of half 3 plus 4 times 5? This is a trapezium, right? So which of them look like 3 plus 4 times 5? So first of all, which one can't it be, by the way? Which one can it not be, no matter how you think about it?
It can be A and it can be B.
And it can't be B because of them two something here. So you've never seen a trapezium with those two sides given. So I can't that. So it says 3 plus 4. The only one that has 3 plus 4 top and bottom is what? C. Atisha.
C.
Shana. Dewey. Let me see what the crew say. Majority of the crew say C. Shantana. Everybody has a C. Okay. Good. So the answer is C. All right. Good. Nice. Lovely. 39. The area of a triangle is 30 and its base is 10. What is the perpendicular height? The only triangle, ladies and gentlemen, that has a base and a height is
right angle.
Good. So area of a right angle triangle is coming. We have Heron's formula too, you know. You must have Heron's formula too. So area is equal to half base times height. Remember, don't go into the exam with just that mindset that, they can give you a Heron's formula question too. That is very simple. So be open-minded and be prepared to adjust if necessary. A equals base times height divided by 2. So base times height divided by 2. Same thing as half base times height. I don't like fractions, so I just avoid it. So the area is 30, so put 30 here. The base is 10. The height is obviously unknown. I'm going to divide this by 2. All right, so 10 divided by 2 is 5, so that's 30 is equal to 5h. Because 2 into itself 1 times 2 into 10, 5, so that's 5h right there. And let's divide both sides by 5. Cancel. So 30 divided by 5 is 6. 6 is equal to h. That's it. A. Lovely. Chantal, Etana, Selena, whole crew, saying A. Lovely. Next one. 40. Checking off after this one. The median of the numbers is they are already arranged in order. So cross off that. 2 numbers are left in the middle. Add both of them, divide by 2. Which number comes between 6 and 7?
6.5.
So I tell you that my method for median never fail. You just
Never fail.
you just always take the two middle number and ask yourself what comes in between them. And it's because 6.5, it would have to be.
Right.
You don't even have to work it out.
Right. Yeah, one. You have to just have, make sure you lock the formula then. Don't share it. It's like a KFC formula, so not share it. Could make you millions. All right, lovely. Checking off at 40. How the crew stay? Are we still at 38 out of 40?
29.
No, man, remember, just
Sorry, no, sorry.
let's just assume that you got
39.
good. 39. All right, cool. 38, 38. This is good. This is good news. It's good news. And I hope you understand all 38 questions that you got right, and it's not a swatting business you're upon. Make sure you understand everything that I worked out in front of you, that in the event that you change the questions, you guys can adjust accordingly. All right, 20 more questions, guys, and we're out of here.
Oh, me a fruit, say, although me I get so much people me going a CXC and blanco.
You're not blanco, man. You're good, man. We're not made that. Ali, I'm never say here. This is what I'm calling him and answer me.
Sir, me there, man.
All right, cool. Now, blanco, man. You're good, man. Believe me, man. You'll be smiling. You're going to be questions here on the people that you can work out. So just be very open-minded and just be prepared to adjust if necessary. You might see a question and it reverse. Just, slow down and adjust. All right. 41. 600 students write an exam, and the probability of a randomly selected student failing the exam is 1/5. How many students are expected to pass? That's kind of easy. There's no working out for that. If 1/5 can fail, then 4/5 can pass, right? Not true? So it is 4/5 times 600. If 1/5 can fail, then 4/5 can pass. So 4/5 times 600. 600 students. All right, so 5 into this one time, 5 into this goes 120, because 5 12s is 60, and 4 times 120 is 480. I'm trusting that everybody understands that. Everybody good, right?
The one that kind of sketchy for me, sir.
Was that Latisha?
Yes, sir.
So 1/5 out of a whole is 1. 1/5
Yes,
fail. So if you subtract 1/5 from 1, the LCM is 5. 1 to 5 is 5. 5 into 5 is 1. 5 ones is 5. 1 ones is 1. So the amount of students that can possibly pass is 4/5. You get that part there?
Yes, sir.
So 4 out of 5 can pass. But we know that there are 600 students in the school. So just do the maths and cancel out. 5 into itself one time. 5 into 600. 5 into 60 goes 12 with the 0. And that's 4 times 120, 480. Get that one?
Yes, sir.
Selena is suggesting in the chat, guys, that you could find 1/5 of the 600 and you get 120 and subtract it from the 600. That is equally as perfect. Any way you want to do it. So you could find how much fail in terms of the numerical value and then subtract it from the total, you get 480. So that works as well. 42. The length of 30 cabbage leaves were measured in the nearest centimeter, and the information grouped as shown in the table below. All right, so we see that thing there. It's a group frequency table. The limits of the class intervals are, well, I only want to answer yes to make sense. Because limits, hold on, wait, hold on. Did they say boundary or limits? Hold on. Oh, trick. Read carefully. Limits. The limits are just the numbers at the end. 10, 14, 15, 19, 20, 24, 25, 29. So that's it. Right, that's all. Those are the limits. What if they had asked for the boundaries? What would have been the answer?
C, sir.
3, 8, 12, 7.
C would have been the answer if it was the boundaries, because remember, boundaries, you add 0.5 or take out 0.5. So if it's lower boundary, you'd take out 0.5. If it's upper bound them ask for, you'd add 0.5. So. Yep, D. Lovely, Chantal. Moving right along, 43. The bar chart above shows the number of books read by the children who took part in a survey. How many children took part in the survey? Well, we can see here that this is 3, this is 4, so that's 7. So 2, so that's 9. So 5, that's 14. And so 1, that's 15. But good with that? B? Everybody okay with that one? Common knowledge? Yeah. Looks like the chat is saying everything is good.
Yeah.
Common knowledge. No stress this up. 43. Remember, when you get into this driving phase, you want to maintain that momentum. Don't try to overthink the question too much, even though you know I place emphasis on working out every question. If you know the answer, guys, just kick on with it, man. Kick on with it, right? Just double check if you're not quite certain, okay? And if you can show like a working out, that would be even more advantageous for you. Each of the letters in the word chance is written on a slip of paper similar in size and shape. The slips of the paper are then placed in a bag and thoroughly shaken. What is the probability of drawing letter C? So the question is, how many letters make up the word chance? All right, so 7 letters make up the word chance, and how many C's are in those two things there? So that's...
Is it not 6 letters?
Oh, 6 letters. Oh, my bad. My lord. 4 and 2, 6. Thank you. And there's 2 C's, so probability is equal to favorable over possible. The favorable amount of C's is 2. The possible amount of letters in the word chance is 6. Reduce that nicely. End up with a third. All right, pretty basic. Nothing too crazy there that students can get right. Okay, 45. Trusting that everybody's okay. If you guys are not okay, tell us if you ask questions, you choose not to ask any questions, well, that's your decision. The pie chart above shows the preference in drinks of groups of students. If 12 students prefer chocolate, then the total number of students is for chocolate. Okay, so 12 people prefer chocolate. Now, can you confirm or do you agree that chocolate and milk forms a straight line?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. A to C.
So therefore, this is 60 degrees. Do we agree?
Yes, sir.
Would that have been 12 over 100 times 360 if you're working it out?
12 over 100.
Yeah, 12 over 100 times
Where is
360.
the 100 coming from?
Or is it 180?
Well, no, it would just be 60.
No, if you were working out, if you were trying to work it out without having the straight line.
No, it wouldn't, because 12 over 100 would be assuming that it's 12 out of 100 people. And in times in it by 360 means that you'll be finding the angle that represents chocolate. We're not finding the angle. It says the total number of students. So first we have to find out how much students represent the 60 degree. Sorry, how much students represent 1 degree.
So
we're looking for the total degree.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Now we're looking for something different from what I'm thinking.
Correct. So 60 degree equals 12 students, not true?
Yes, sir.
So therefore 1 degree must equal 12 over 60. Right divided by left. Now you can work that out if you want to, but you're gonna end up with a decimal and you don't have a calculator. So 1 degree is equal to 12 over 60. Do not work it out, because if you do, you're gonna get a decimal. You're gonna get 0.1666. So hold on, wait. I lie. 12 over 60, you get 1/5, which is 0.2. Yeah, I wouldn't want that. So we're not really interested into 12 over 60. What we're interested in is 12 over 60, but we're looking for the total, so we're just going to times it by 360. All right, 0 cancel 0. And 6 into itself 1 time, 6 into 12, 2. And 2 times 36 is 72. That's it. 72 students. B. Fantastico. The chat is working with me as well. I'm not hearing some person's voice. I'm just going to assume that persons who I hear them voice, going to tolerate them, not send no text them. Go check. But it's supposed to go there. Once you understand, you don't need to do much talking, you just need to execute. Which of the following represents the equation of a straight line? Ro, so this is your question, so tell them what the answer be, please.
That's definitely D.
Yeah.
Nope, sir.
It's not D.
Tricky.
Oh, it is A. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tricky them, yeah? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I didn't, because I didn't look at A. I skipped over it, but it is A.
Right. Yes. Buckingham, you said something?
No.
Okay. A, all right. If you notice that this question, the option changes from, where did we have it, Ro? Was it at C that we had the answer for the last two exams? We had the answer.
They are C.
Yeah, it was at C, right?
Yeah,
We had it at C
or
2
B.
times before, I think.
It's a perfect
C.
example of where if you swap, you might swap the position and not remember the answer. So just be tight, guys. See me, I'm so on edge right now because I'm over preparing my students into an exam the other day, and you kind of book them sideways. So be prepared to adjust if necessary. Okay, from fundamental to advanced and from advanced to fundamental. All right. 47, the straight line AB cuts the y-axis at oh, that's easy, right? Where does it cut the y-axis? Which number?
-2 and 0. So that's
0.
0, -2.
Mm-hmm.
D. Everybody good with that?
Gucci.
Come on, the chat is saying D. The chat say Gucci, all right. D. So now working out there, is there anybody who needs me to explain that? I don't think so, but do I? No. Okay, I'm not good. All right, so the values are keyword again. Values, once you see that word, there's the values of x for which we're looking for the roots, right? Remember, so them say y equals 0. In the last, in the remember guys, in the 2026 paper that we worked, it said y equal -1. So depending on what it say, be careful. If y equals 0, that means they're talking about this line right here. Because if the line passes through y equals 0, there's a horizontal line that passes through this 0. So therefore, they're looking for this value right here and this value right here. What's those numbers? X is 0 and x.
Why is it y equals 0 though?
Pardon me?
Hold on. The values of x for which y equal 4x minus x squared intersects y equals 0. What did the question ask for?
Values of x.
Oh, values of x. So why is it talking about the y equals 0?
All right, so here's the y-axis row, right? This is 0. This is 1. This is 1. This is 2. Sorry. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. If I were to draw a line through y equals 0, wouldn't I draw a line like this?
Yeah. Well, you could draw it diagonally, but still, yeah.
Diagonally? No, sir. Like so?
Yeah, you could still get it through 0.
No, man. If you draw it through diagonally, you'd be saying y is equal to x. If it's y equals 0, it has to go directly through 0.
If it's a 0 alone, yeah.
Because if you draw it so, what can prevent the next one from drawing it so?
Yes, sir. I see what you're telling.
Right. So the y equals 0 is just, yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I was wondering, does it mean, it means that the y is at 0 there because it's showing that y equals 0, so it's on 0 on the axis?
Yes, correct, yeah.
Okay.
And then you're looking for where does the curve cross that line. So the curve crosses this red line right here. and right here. So it's 0
So
and
the
4.
answer will be
Yeah. But in any case, don't let them throw you off. Normally, when them ask you for values, and normally the x-intercept them ask you for. So it's not a big deal. They basically asking for the x-intercepts, correct? Or where the graph cuts the x-axis. That's correct. All right. Is that 48, 49? Row, remember this question? Mapping. Show the following diagrams illustrate a function. Remember, say a function can only be a one-to-one or a one-to-many here. So look for a one-to-one or a one-to-many.
I remember, sir.
Do you see any one-to-one here or one-to-many?
I don't see any one-to-one, so it has to be one-to-many somewhere.
one-to-many.
One-to-many. All right. So question: what would this one be? What did them flip it and ask you? Identify a particular function and say identify a many-to-one. What kind of mapping would C be?
Repeat.
Would that
What
be
kind of mapping?
sir?
C could be many-to-one since as two nodes are pointing to one.
Not could. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It. Because you have two people over here, so point to one person over here, so that's many-to-one.
That's
What would D
many-to-one.
be? What would D be?
What would be?
D.
Many-to-two. Many-to-many.
That's
Many-to-many.
That's many-to-many because it's moving what you call that interchangeably where where you don't have any individual relationships except the bottom one. So it would be many-to-many.
Right, good. And then so the answer is A then. Look at the idea.
Many-to-two.
That was funny. To me, that was funny.
But why A and not B or D?
Hold on, wait. What did I say? The answer was A?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One to no man, it's A, man. It's one to many. Remember saying a function, a two type of functions you have, you have one-to-one. I have one-to-many.
Okay, I see now. I see. So we're not looking for a many-to-many.
No. I was just hypothetically asking you, what would those other options be? Judah, you're saying C7? C7, what does that mean? Oh, you're saying that the answer is C? Oh, it's a mistake.
Mistake.
Okay, yeah. So the answer is A, guys. A is the answer. Checking off at 50. Where we at?
Sir, 47.
What do you mean 47? We just do 49 hours.
47 odd. Sir, 47 odd. 47, yeah.
We did 47 already. We just do 49 hours ago.
Sir, you asked how much we have. I have 47.
No, I said we are checking off at 50. So at 50, you can tell me what's going on.
I thought we were at 50.
No. All right, so this one is straightforward. Most of my students like them kind of questions here. I'm going to put -5 in here. But there's a catch to this question. Careful. -5 squared minus -5 minus 1. I made a mistake. What was the mistake? I made a mistake.
Clash.
I made a mistake, guys. What was the mistake I made?
Sign clash.
Sign cos?
Clash.
I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Sir, where the sign clash? Should you put plus?
That's not the
mistake. Is that your mistake?
No, that's not my mistake.
Oh,
correct, Geneva. I left off the bracket right here.
Minus the mistake then, sir.
I left off the bracket there. Buckingham.
Oh, okay.
So if you write them, at the end of the day, you might get it right, but this bracket here will throw you off because students the one thing I've taught over my years of teaching, when they leave out the bracket, it leads them astray. I'm showing you what the mistake. Right, so the correct answer is going to be 25 plus 5 minus 1. So that's 30 minus 1, which is 29. But there's a mistake because if students say -5, leave out the bracket, square it. Watch this. Negative 5 squared is negative 25, you know. Plus 5 minus 1. So that's negative 20. Negative 25 plus 5 is negative 20 minus 1. Oh no, negative 21 on the day. But there's a 19 there that can throw off people as well. So just be very mindful, as I say, with the mistakes. Carry on, you're confused. A or D?
Sir, it's a mistake.
Which one is your answer?
D.
Okay. All right, so be very mindful with the signs, okay? All right, checking out at 50 of my group stay. Or chat stay. Are we still at 48 out of 50? Selena 48,
Yeah.
Tana 48. We're
Yeah.
doing good. Only 2 questions wrong. That's good.
Looking at what we're seeing, I'm certain of a good 50 out
Yes,
of
sir.
60 for this paper at least, even
50?
before finishing. Yeah, I'm certain of that before finishing it. So
Okay, right.
by the
Okay.
time
But
we finish, we'll see.
52 low. We need to raise that up to 55. It needs to be
Yes, sir.
guaranteed about 55. 1 mistake or 2 mistakes is needed. It's going to happen under the pressure. But I seen 46, that's good. So that's good. That's 54. That's 56 out of 60. That's not bad. 47. All right, now go on good. All right, lovely. Last set, people. Let's get out of here. Sunday, so we have to go eat with Sunday dinner, whatever it is that you guys do on a Sunday. Which of the following best describes the function? All right. So, what do you think is happening now? What is happening to 2 to make it become 5? And is it consistent?
You're
They
adding
add
3.
Yes, sir.
3.
Add 3.
Is it consistent?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So therefore, let us say that the numbers over here. Well, not let us say them. Tell us that is x, and to get y, you add 5. So that would obviously be add 3. That would be
add 3.
Yeah. So obviously, yeah, that's it.
See.
So watch the pattern, guys, because sometimes, they'll give you a pattern where you have to multiply the numbers over here by something and add. So, you know that pattern thing that we used to do, the sequence question that we did the night before the exam. So keep your eyes open for something like that where you multiply the x by something, subtract or add something to get the result. So be very mindful of that. And make sure that whatever is being done to one thing is consistent for all 4 or all 3 or all 2 or all 5 or whatever. So the answer is C. Yes, correct. 52. AC and DE are straight lines at B. Angle DBA. So DBA. DBA. So D. So DBA is 58, which you can see them set the measure of angle ABE. ABE. This angle right here. Do you agree that that is on a straight line with 58?
So yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if it's on a straight line, it's 180. So we just say 180
minus 58.
That's 122. Everybody good?
Yes.
Lovely. The chat is saying B, so we're good to go. All right. 53. If the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, then the polygon is the only polygon that has 4 right angles is
The
quadrilateral. Yeah.
So would you get that question on the last one too?
Yeah, I'm the kind of show you how to do it. Anybody in here wants me to show you how to get back the answer again? Everybody understands how we get that?
Okay, so
I think the last one was a triangle.
The last one was a triangle.
The last one was a triangle because it did say 3 sides. Anyway.
All right, P. Taylor say yes, they want me to show them. Okay, no problem. So the formula for that is going to be 180n minus 360 divided by n. That's the formula for the internal angle of any polygon. And n represents the number of sides. Now we are told that the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 4 right angles, and that 4 right angle is going to be 360. So 4 right angles, 490 degrees is 360. So therefore, let's cross multiply. N times 360, that's 180n minus 360 equals to 360n. All right, so this is the formula. Miss Taylor and Nisha. This is the formula for how to find the internal angle of a polygon. And then so the sum is 4 right angle. Hopefully that's how it works. That's how it works. I think so. Also? No more, hold on. Let me say the sum of the interior angles is 4 right angles. That means that one of the angles is 90. So this would be wrong right here. It wouldn't be equal to 360, it would be equal to 90. Then say the sum is 4 right angles. That means that one of the angle must be 90. Good. So this right here, so would be this would be 90. N. All right, so that's going to be 180n minus 90n. Can we carry over this? Come over here, so carry it over here, so that's equal to 360. 180n minus 90n, that's going to be 90n equals 360. N equals 360 divided by 90. N equals 4. So which shape has 4 sides? A quad. So that's how we got the answer. Mathematically speaking, working it out. But you don't need to show all of that because, you know, the last time we did it, we got a triangle. So be very mindful of that. All right, 54. So a ship sails 8 kilometers due east from A to B. So from A to B, and it sails due east. So north, south, west, east. So that means it has sail so from A to B. Which of these shapes is not sailing in that direction from A to B? Which one is it not?
A.
No, which one is it not?
It can be D.
Can't be D. Because it has sail so. So it's possible that it could be A, B. Oh, it can't be this. Because
it can be C.
No, it can't be B. Because this is going from B to A.
Oh.
So it can't be D and it can't be B.
Let me see C, sir. You can zoom in. Yes, C would be the answer. It says A. It says where from where? It says from
A to B.
A to B is 8 kilometers.
And because I got E, so that's why we have to choose
to
which
B.
one you can't.
Okay.
This one,
So it's A.
It's A. Hold on.
Couldn't be C.
It says due north to C,
and
6 kilometers. All right, and it has sailed 6 kilometers due north. It's C is sailing 8 kilometers due north. So I can't that. So I must this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The only reason I wanted to see A because they actually C is because they gave it a north line. So
right.
I was wondering if it was a clue.
But as Selena says that C has wrong measurements. That's why it definitely eliminates that one.
Yes, that is the case.
All right, lovely. 54. Oh, that was 54. Oh, 55. A plane is heading in the direction of 45 degrees, but then it changes course clockwise to 135. The angle which the plane turns is, most persons swat this one, but I don't like when people swat it. Like Selena, she swat it. So she knows the angle.
I'm not swatting. We can tell you how we get 90.
Please tell us. Thank you very much.
Let me just say 135 minus 45.
Nobody in my class understand that. You have to give one diagram to explain it.
So we can't get a diagram. That I just
Sir, draw a compass. Draw a compass.
No compass. You need a north line, people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need the 90 degree here. That's the guideline. So if the plane is traveling on a bearing of 45, that means the plane is going this way. So that would be the 45 here, right? Yeah. Good. Then when it reach up this now, it changed course. Sorry, it's a 45. So when you reach up this now, it changed course. So they're going to draw one next north line now. And then it changed course, and then the course it changes 135. So you need another guideline now. So this is 90. This is 180. So therefore, the plane is traveling this direction here. Because 135 is here. So therefore then, if you look at the mathematics now, them say they want to know the angle at which the plane turns. So they want to know the angle in between here. So now we know that this thing here is a Z angle. So this is a 45. I will know that the 135 is in a straight line with north and south. So if it's 135, here's a 45 as well. So together 45 and 45 is 90. The answer is B. No, you don't. You don't have to. But remember now, you just telling somebody randomly, say you have to take 45 from 135 and get 90. They are going to ask you how you do that, how you know. They are going to ask you, if you're going to become a teacher, when you tell somebody something, they are going to ask you how. Even though for this exam it's not necessary, for your purpose, you don't have to do all of that. But let me tell you, people are going to ask you questions. And when they ask you, you have to be able to answer them. Then they're not going to trust your answer when you tell them. 56. The image of the point P minus 3, 2 under the translation to 1. We know the translation is addition. So that's easy. The image of the point P. So they want to know the image of the point P. So that's minus 3 to add the translation to it. So how you know say add? It's a form of a translation. O plus T equals I. So minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer, Etana is in it C. It's minus 1, 3. All right, good. Perfect. All right, lovely. Everybody good? Not seeing anybody have any questions. So moving right along, 57. In the diagram above, if the line y equals x is rotated anticlockwise about O, what is the image? So it said to rotate anticlockwise, so that means 90 degrees is going through the next quadrant. So this line, if it's 90 degrees, this quadrant, this line is going to turn this way.
Negative x.
And then this line down here, so rotate anticlockwise, I'll go so. I'll go so. So this line is y equals x, the opposite one is y equals negative x. I think most persons will know this. There, D. All right, I've seen the chat saying D, Tana saying D, Selena saying D. Good. And Sean is saying D as well. Judah is saying D as well. Good. 58. A ladder, 5 meters. A ladder, 5 meters long, leans against a vertical wall. The foot is 3 meters away from the wall. How far up? Row, remember the 3, 4, 5 rule that we talked about?
Yes, sir, I remember.
So 3, 5, so the next one is what?
4.
Good.
4.
Yeah, man. You know, if you think about them questions here, do anybody in here wants me to work it out for them to see how we get the 4?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Someone say,
just explain the 3-5-4 rule.
sure, I can. So it's a ladder leaned up against a wall. So this is the wall right here. Let's make the wall rugged like that. Let's make the wall rugged. And the ladder leans up against the wall here. So that's the ladder right here. And then here. Right? So they're saying that the foot of the ladder is 3 meters away from the wall. So this is 3. The ladder is 5 meters long. And so they want to know what is the wall here. So we use the Pythagoras theorem. Because a right angle triangle, if it's a wall and it's a ground, the ground and the wall meets at 90 degrees. So the Pythagoras theorem says c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. In this case, c is the hypotenuse, which is this. So that's 5 squared equals 3 squared plus the unknown side that we're looking for is x squared. 5 squared is 25, and 3 squared is 9 plus x squared. Carry over the 9, we're going to get 25 minus 9 That's equal to x squared. So that's 16 is equal to x squared. Therefore, to find x, we take the square root of 16. And we're going to end up with 4. All right, but it's a bunch of them, you know, because it's like you have this rule, you have this, they call it the Pythagorean triplet. So it is 3. It's like you know the numbers them. So once these numbers come into play at the same time, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. I think it's 5, 12, 13. Csec uses these numbers a lot. 5, 12, 13. There's infinitely, there's so many of them. We just use the common ones. I think this one you have 12, 16, 20. 12. Come on. Sure. 12, 16, 20. And there's another one. I think it's 24. Anyways, Csec uses
Sir,
these
one
numbers.
having 15. Sir, one having 15.
Yeah, one of them having 50. I think 15, 24, 7. Or something like that.
Mm.
But the point is that Avian and all the other students who are figuring what is this triplet. Whenever we use Pythagoras theorem with these numbers, they normally come out like that. So it's like a thing where we know, and once we see it, we don't really think about it too hard. We just know if it's 3 and 4, we know the answer 5. If it's 3 and 5, we know the answer 4. If it's 4 and 5, we know the answer 3. Any other combination. Okay, Shauna, that's fine.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right, 59, the diagram above not drawn to scale shows the angle of depression, which is the angle looking down. That is going to be the 30 that we're talking about there. Upper point x from z is 30. If x is 10 meters from y, the height of y is z. Now, with an angle of depression, it forms what is called a z angle again. It forms a z angle. All right, so the 30 that is outside of the triangle becomes the 30 down here because of the z. Angle of depression and angle of elevation, they form z angles. So that's 30 degrees. Now, if you notice that they're not working out the answer, they just want to know which formula would help us to find yz. So since as the side that we're looking for is in front of the 30, this side becomes the opposite, right? So we agree?
Yeah.
And then 10 would be the what? Adjacent. So which of the trig ratios deals with O and A?
Answer.
So that means that this can't be an answer and that can't be an answer. But A and C could be an answer. So careful. Which angle are we working with? Are we working with 60 or are we working with 30?
30, sir.
That means
30.
answer for that. So you can eliminate this because we're not using the 60. There's no presence of any 60 degree there. Yes, there's a 60 degree up here, but it wasn't in the question. So if it's not there, then you can't use it. But hold on. They might twist up upon you Thursday. So be mindful that they may ask you, they may put the 10 right here and then ask you for this one. And then the answer would have been A instead. So watch them. Don't, the regurgitators and the swatters, be very mindful. I know when you see this here, you jump, happy Gladys, and circle the wrong answer. Double check and make sure it's at the tan and at the correct tan I use. All right, 60, last one. In a triangle ABC, A is X. Sorry, angle A is X, angle B is 2X. What is the size of angle C? We know angles in a triangle measure 180. So if one angle is 2X, if one angle is 2X, if one angle is 2X and the other one is X, then we know say that's going to be angles in a triangle measure 180. This is angle A, this is angle B, angle C. So there's 180 minus the sum of those two, X plus 2X. So add them up now. So that's 180 minus 3X. That's it. 60. What the chat say? Out of 60, how are we feeling? 58, 57, 56?
57.
57. Are you guys
I'd say
satisfied with that?
57.
Come on to the exam with a 58 or a 57 out of 60. Are you guys good with that? Or you want to go for the whole 60 to 60?
Maybe the whole 60. That
It all
it kind
depends.
of
Because
depends.
even though we're being prepared, you still don't know what you're going to see.
We can't underestimate them.
So what are you
This
guys?
we are getting in the name of Jesus. Don't jinx it.
Alright, so what are you guys comfortable with leaving the exam, knowing that you're gonna leave this into God's hands, and just know say if you work out, you work out. What are you guys comfortable with? 55.
58.
55.
If you come out to the exam with 55, you're all right with that. Alright,
Yeah.
so keep.
55.
Alright, so keep that as your target, guys. Keep that as your target. The recording for this class will be made available in less than an hour. So.
Sir, which year was this?
2010. All right, so the recording for this class will be made available upon access. Remember that we're going to be back here
tomorrow.
Yeah, 6 p.m. So 6:30. So 6:30.
So we're just gonna need the pencil and the pen for the exam, right? That's it.
Yeah,
You don't need that
no
one.
pen, pencil.
Okay.
All right.
I need pen to sign the booklet.
Yeah. Technically, but you know, so the shading is pencil. It's common knowledge. All right. Yes, Miss Taylor. Yes, Miss Taylor. I don't know if it's a male or female. I'm assuming it's a female. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining. It was fun doing this class. So see you guys tomorrow. And have a good night. And we'll link up. See? Bless up.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
All right.
Good night. Thank you, sir.
All right. Good night.